Okay, students. Now let us continue. When can a bill become an act? Where, in simple words, the proposal only is known as a bill. It is the parliament which does the important work of augmenting the old laws, framing new laws, and nullifying obsolete laws. So, whatever old laws are there, we try to make some changes in that, or if required, we frame new laws and we cancel those laws which are of no use. Obsolete means of no use. Any of the bills, either ordinary bill, money bill, or the bill to amend constitution, can become an act after passing through the following process. So, when we want to make any change in the constitutions or the executing existing law, or if we want to frame a new law, or even if we want to cancel any law, then we require to pass through the following process. That is, any bill can be presented in either house of the parliament. There are two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, and the bill can be presented in any of the houses. Now, who can present the bill? Well, the bill can be presented by a minister or any member of the parliament. Now, if any dispute is arising between the two houses of the parliament regarding the bill, then the president can call a joint meeting or sitting of both the houses of the parliament. The proceedings or the working of both the houses of the parliament in a joint meeting or sitting is chaired by the speaker, where the bill can be passed by majority. Then the bill is becoming act if it is passed by a majority of the members of both the houses. Now let us see the procedure of an act from bill, ordinary bill, which is non-financial, any bill which is not related to money matter. Then what is the procedure for that? The procedure to present a bill in the House of the Parliament by minister is called first reading of the bill. So in all there are three readings, and as soon as the minister or the member of parliament is presenting it, it is known as the first reading. In this first reading, please underline the title of the bill, the objectives of the bill, and the reasons why we have to pass this bill are described. Before presenting any bill in the state legislature assembly, the recommendation of the chairman of the house, and before presenting any bill in the center, the recommendation of the president is required. In the first reading of the bill, the general information regarding the bill is discussed upon. Objections must be with reasons, and then, if necessary, voting is done. In the second reading, section wise discussion is done for every point. Its objectives and its repercussions are examined. If this bill is passed, then what can be the obstacles in it? So amendments are done in it on the basis of the public opinion, groups, associations, institutions, or even the opinion of the opposition party, and then voting is carried out on that. Sometimes, due to the workload in the house, a bill cannot be discussed in detail, and therefore it is handed over to a committee which is comprising of some subject experts related to that matter, and also the members which have the special knowledge to examine the bill. Then, keeping in view the public opinion, they undergo necessary discussions and suggest the required changes in it. Finally, the report of the committee is submitted to the House, and then the bill is sent for the third reading. The third reading is only formal, just for the sake of reading. After presenting the logic in terms of acceptance or rejection of the changes in the bill, the voting is carried out. If it gains majority, then the bill is declared passed. The passed bill is signed by the chairman of the first house, and then it is sent to the second house. Again, in the second house also, the bill is going through the same process. If the bill is passed in the second house with its necessary amendments, and it is sent to the president's signature, and after receiving the president's assent or signature, the bill becomes an act. But if the bill is not passed in the second house of the parliament, it is again sent to the first house. Now, if the second house is keeping the bill for more than 6 months, it is understood that the bill is rejected. If both the houses are disagreeing or have a dispute over a bill, then a joint meeting or session of both the houses is called upon. Summoned means called upon. In the joint session of the parliament, the disputes are tried to be resolved by gaining majority. Now, when a bill is sent for president's signature, the president has three options with regards to the bill. First, he signs the bill and approves it, or he keeps the bill with him, or he sends the bill back to the parliament for reconsideration. The bill is becoming an act after signing of the president, and it is published in the government gazette. Then there is enforcement from the date given therein. When any bill to amend the constitution, that means to make a change, is presented in any of the house of parliament, it has to be passed by a majority number of the members of that house and by 2/3 of the members present and voting. Simple majority cannot do. It requires from total members 2/3 majority. If a bill pertaining to any matter related to the center or to the state, and it requires permission of more than half the legislative assemblies of the state also, this bill also goes through the same process as the ordinary bill. Procedure subject to money bill. How the money bill is passed. Now, whether the bill is money bill or not, it is decided by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Please underline. So, it is the Speaker of the Lok Sabha who decides whether the bill is money bill or ordinary bill. A bill containing the recommendations of the budget or financial matters is called a money bill. Please underline. Every year, the budget of the center is presented around 20th February in the Lok Sabha, mostly by the finance by the finance minister. All the money bills are first presented in the Lok Sabha and it passes through the following process. First, for a money bill, a preliminary discussion is carried out on the money bill before presenting in the Lok Sabha. Secondly, the expenses mentioned in the budget are discussed upon. It is the finance minister who presents all the numeric details of the budget in the parliament. Thirdly, all the ministers like agricultural minister, minister of science department, defense, trade, business and human resource department, etc., are putting forth their demands how much money do they need for their development sector in front of the Lok Sabha, and then the voting is carried out to get permission of demands. Fourthly, sources of income and taxes are separately presented in the budget and both are to be separately approved. That means the government has no money. The people pay the taxes in different matters: income tax, sales tax, that is GST and all, entertainment tax, and from that the government earns the income and then it spends on different objectives. So that is how the matter related with income and taxes. The bill approved in the Lok Sabha first is sent to the Rajya Sabha for recommendations. The Rajya Sabha has to return the bill to the Lok Sabha after making necessary recommendations within 14 days. So Rajya Sabha can keep the bill if it wants to make it immediately passed. Within 14 days it has to send it back to Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha can either accept or reject the total or partial recommendation of Rajya Sabha. So Lok Sabha is not bound to accept all the changes or recommendations. It can or it can reject. If a money bill is not returned to the Lok Sabha within 14 days by the Rajya Sabha, then it is considered that the bill has been passed by the Rajya Sabha. If Lok Sabha accepts the recommendations of the Rajya Sabha, the bill is considered to have been passed by both the houses of the parliament. But if Lok Sabha rejects the recommendations of the Rajya Sabha, then the bill is again to be passed by Lok Sabha. A money bill is deemed to have been passed by both the houses of the parliament. Hence, in the matter of the money bill, Rajya Sabha has very limited powers. After the money bill is passed by both the houses of the parliament, it is sent to the president for his assent. The president has to sign the money bill. If the budget is not passed in the house, then the government has to resign. Apart from this, in both the houses of the parliament, the social, economic, political, defense and foreign matters are also discussed. The Lok Sabha is monitoring and controlling the workings of the executive, cabinet of ministers and even the bureaucrats. The IS and the IPS officers are known as bureaucrats. It is the work of the elected members to see that the funds of the public are utilized in a proper manner. In short, Lok Sabha has a direct control over the use of the public funds. Without the consent of the houses of parliament, no new taxes can be levied on the people, or even any improvement in the existing taxes can not be done. The house has to be consented. The houses of parliament are called as the custodians of the public funds because it controls the functioning of the executive. Besides this, the parliament even has the power to remove the president, the vice president, chief justice of the Supreme Court as well as the High Court, as it has special powers. If these people are not functioning properly, the parliament has the right to remove them. Even the Chief Election Commission, Auditor General or Attorney General, under the charge of proven misbehavior or inefficiency, or if they violate the Constitution, then by the process of impeachment, they can also be removed from their post. Now we come to the legislature at the state level. It is similar, only there are some changes. Each state has a legislature and it is called the Legislative Assembly, that is the Vidhan Sabha, and it is the lower house. In some states of India, we also have a house similar to Rajya Sabha, and that is known as Legislative Council. The other house of the legislature is called the Legislative Council. States like underline Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu have two houses. There, the Legislative Council is the upper house and the Legislative Assembly is the lower house. Our Gujarat state does not have a Legislative Council. Various states have different numbers of members of the Legislative Assembly. As per the provision in the Constitution, the minimum member in the Legislative Assembly should be 60 and maximum should be 500. In our Gujarat state Vidhan Sabha or Legislative Assembly, there are 182 members. What are the qualifications for the member of the state legislature? Very simple, any person who is Indian citizen, who is of 25 years of age, not in a state of unsound mind, not an insolvent or not a criminal proven, can contest for the state legislative assembly and can become the member. The time period. The legislative assembly is not a permanent house. Its tenure or its term is of 5 years. After the given period, it has to be dissolved. In unusual situations, whereas the government cannot function as per the provisions of the constitution, or if the government cannot be formed after the elections, then the governor can send a recommendation to the President of India to dissolve the Vidhan Sabha. The President then dissolve the Vidhan Sabha and imposes President rule, Rashtrapati Shashan in that state. During that time period, the governor is administering the state. For the purpose of smooth functioning of the Legislative Assembly or Vidhan Sabha, Speaker and Deputy Speaker are elected by the members among themselves. The members of the Legislative Council are elected from the institutions of local self-governance, registered graduates, teachers of secondary and higher secondary by electorates. To be eligible as a member of the Legislative Council, the candidate's age should be 30 years or more. He must be a citizen of India. Now, this council is a permanent house similar to Rajya Sabha. Like the Rajya Sabha members, they also get elected for 6-year period and 2/3 member retire every 2 years. It is the state which has to decide whether to keep a legislative council or not. Our state Gujarat does not have a legislative council. Like the Lok Sabha, the Legislative Assembly or Vidhan Sabha is enjoying more power. Ordinary as well as money bills can be presented in it. After the bill passes through various steps, then they are sent to the governor for his assent, and after the governor is signing, the bill becomes an